Imagine spending 18 long years behind bars, years that slip by slowly, each day marked by the same cold walls and the same sense of hopelessness. One of you is on death row, waiting for an execution date that looms over every moment, while the others endure the endless monotony and fear of prison life. All for a crime you didn't commit, a crime that you had no part in, yet the world believes you're guilty. There was never any physical evidence linking you to the scene. No fingerprints, no DNA, nothing but suspicion and fear. This is the harsh reality faced by three men from West Memphis, Arkansas. A case that has haunted the American legal system and captured the nation's attention for over 30 years. It all began in May 1993, when three 8-year-old boys disappeared while playing together in their quiet neighborhood, a place where nothing like this had ever happened before. The next day, their lifeless bodies were discovered in a muddy creek, bound with their own shoelaces, a scene so shocking it would forever scar the community. The brutality of the crime sent shockwaves through the small town, fueling fear, confusion, and suspicion among neighbors who once trusted each other. Under immense pressure to find answers, police scrambled to make sense of the tragedy, and rumors of satanic rituals and dark forces quickly took hold, spreading panic. The community's grief and fear soon turned to hysteria, as the media descended and public meetings grew heated, setting the stage for a tragic miscarriage of justice. Investigators, desperate for suspects and answers, would soon focus on three local teenagers, outsiders who didn't fit in, and who would become the targets of a relentless investigation. The police quickly zeroed in on Damian Echols, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miskelly Jr., three teenagers who stood out as outsiders in their conservative Arkansas town. Their differences made them easy targets for suspicion, especially in a community already on edge. Damian, a high school dropout with a fascination for Wicca and the occult, was painted as the supposed ringleader. His interest in alternative beliefs and his dark clothing only fueled the rumors swirling around him. Jason was his quiet, loyal friend, often keeping to himself, while Jesse, who had a low IQ and struggled academically, was known to be easily influenced by others and eager to please authority figures. The nationwide satanic panic of the early 1990s only intensified the hysteria. The murders were quickly cast as a ritual killing, despite the complete lack of evidence pointing to any satanic activity or cult involvement. The teens' love of heavy metal music, horror novels, and black clothing was twisted by authorities and the media into supposed proof of their guilt, reinforcing the community's worst fears. Police, under immense pressure to solve the case, focused their efforts on extracting a confession from Jesse Miskelly, who was especially vulnerable during questioning. After 12 grueling hours of interrogation without a parent, guardian, or lawyer present, Jesse finally gave a confused, inconsistent confession that implicated all three boys, even though many details didn't match the facts. Despite glaring errors, contradictions, and inconsistencies in Jesse's statement, this confession became the cornerstone of the prosecution's case against the teens. The stage was set for a dramatic trial, one driven more by fear, rumor, and prejudice than by actual facts or evidence. In 1994, the West Memphis Three faced trial. The prosecution relied almost entirely on Jesse Miskelly's coerced confession, even though he recanted, and it was riddled with errors. No physical evidence linked the teens to the crime, no DNA, fingerprints, or fibers. The prosecution instead painted them as satanic killers, using their interests and appearance as evidence. The jury believed the story over the lack of proof. Miskelly and Baldwin received life sentences. Echols was sentenced to death. 3 young lives were destroyed by hysteria and a broken justice system. The real killer remained free, while the West Memphis Three began a nightmare behind bars. Their pleas of innocence were drowned out by public certainty. For 18 long years, Damian Echols, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miskelly maintained their innocence from behind prison walls, never wavering in their claims despite the crushing weight of their sentences and the world's doubts. Their case slowly gained national attention after the HBO documentary Paradise Lost exposed the shocking lack of evidence, the questionable police work, and the powerful influence of the satanic panic that swept through the community at the time. As the story spread, celebrities, activists, and ordinary people rallied for their release, raising funds and awareness, and pushing for new DNA testing that could finally reveal the truth. In 2007, advanced DNA evidence from the crime scene did not match any of the 3 men. Instead, it pointed to the stepfather of one of the victims, casting new suspicion and raising even more questions about the original investigation. Despite this breakthrough, Arkansas authorities resisted calls for a new trial, holding firm until 2010, when the Supreme Court finally ordered a hearing to reconsider the evidence and the convictions. Facing the possibility of their mistakes being exposed, the state offered a controversial deal. The men could go free if they entered an offered plea, a rare legal move that allowed them to maintain their innocence while still pleading guilty. In 2011, after nearly 2 decades, the West Memphis Three finally walked out of prison to emotional reunions and a media frenzy, but they were not exonerated and their names remained stained. Their freedom, hard-won and bittersweet, came at the cost of true justice, a compromise that left many questions unanswered and the scars of injustice lingering. The offered plea left the West Memphis Three free but still convicted. Damian Echols has fought for full exoneration and to identify the real killer using modern DNA science. The key evidence, the victim's shoelaces, which may hold preserved DNA. After years of legal battles, a 2024 court ruling finally allowed advanced MVAC DNA testing. The results could exonerate the 3 men and reveal the true perpetrator. This case is now a symbol of both a broken justice system and the power of persistence. The world waits for answers. Justice, delayed for 31 years, may finally be within reach. The fight for truth continues.